Typically, national political conventions for the major parties are the highlight of the quadrennium. Or things that people look forward to. You know, it's a big event and it's a big deal, and you touch bases with people and people you don't see very often, and you know, it's an excuse to party. Did I do that right? Party and all that stuff. It's an event. It's an occasion, a big deal. And people look forward to it. That doesn't seem to be the case for the Trump convention in Cleveland this coming week. It's shaping up to be more like a wake than an event. Anxiety is replacing excitement over what's going to be going on at the Quicken Loans Center next week. See, the Trump convention has raised all the anticipatory angst of a condemned man being led to the gallows, as a matter of fact, as Susan Wright wrote at Red State. Let's see, this quote is from the Politico. Many GOP regulars are skipping Cleveland entirely. I would rather attend the public hanging of a good friend, says Will Ritter, an up-and-coming Republican digital strategist who worked on the 3 previous conventions. And among those who are making the trek, there's an overwhelming sense it won't be fun at all. Actually, it's going to be a Trumplican gloat fest is what it is. But among those who are making, at a time when many Republicans are deeply dissatisfied with the nominee, pessimistic about their prospects for victory in the fall, and alarmed about the direction of their party. And remember what I said. I didn't leave the Republican Party left me. There's a reluctance about attending the convention more typically reserved for going to the DMV, or being summoned for jury duty, or undergoing a root canal. See what I mean? Will Ritter and I are totally on the same page with this. The Trump train has all the makings of a major disaster, and whether it be out of professional concern or disgust, nobody rational wants to be a part of it. This is the first year in the past 2 decades that Republicans aren't excited about attending the convention. Normally, we're all jazzed up about getting together and celebrating our nominee, said Chris Perkins, a GOP pollster who has attended every Republican convention since 1996. There's nothing to celebrate this cycle. I'm going because I have to, not because I want to. Yeah, there's nothing to celebrate. Well, what is there to celebrate about a hostile takeover of the party by a New York liberal Democrat con man? It's like the resurrection of Nelson Rockefeller. It's like Nelson Rockefeller's revenge. Remember 1964 when conservatives took over the Republican Party? Barry Goldwater? Well, this is like Nelson Rockefeller's revenge. Because remember, Nelson Rockefeller was the candidate that Barry Goldwater defeated for the Republican presidential nomination in the year of my birth. Those who are going often say they're going or doing so out of a sense of obligation to meet with clients or to hold meetings before making a beeline back to the airport. As the Republican Party prepares to nominate a figure who is registering historically high disapproval ratings, some don't want to advertise their presence in Cleveland. Don't use my name, said one senior party strategist. I don't want anybody to know I'm there. A few days after the interview, the strategist got back in touch and having decided not to go after all. Another major and well-founded concern revolves around safety. Trump's inflammatory rhetoric has made for some of the more violent and disturbing campaign events in recent history. Protests and counter-protests outside of the events mirror the volatile nature of public discourse in America. It's 1968 again. And of course, Trump has no interest in healing any rifts. He revels in them, as a matter of fact. We're going to be getting to that in a near future video, trust me. See, neo-Nazis have pledged to provide security. I cannot believe I'm having to say this. Neo-Nazis have pledged to provide security for Trump's appearance in Cleveland. What could possibly go wrong? Remember when the Ku Klux Klan was the military arm of the Democrat Party? Yeah, it still is. Think about it. At a time when I'm about 99.9% positive that the Black Lives Matter crowd will seek to take their protest to an even higher profile, turning Cleveland into a war zone. Something about Altamont and the Hells Angels comes to mind. Law enforcement officials have provided relatively few details about the security measures they're taking. The Cleveland Police Department has said that about a third of its 1,700-person force will be devoted to the convention and that it would also be relying on local, state, and federal authorities for assistance. Holy crap! Local, state, and federal? Doesn't this sound like it's going to be a war zone? Yet not everyone is at ease, astonishingly enough. In an email, one senior Republican National Committee official wrote that he is concerned as hell about the potential for some homegrown violence or native ISIS-type threat. If you want to make a statement in America, what better place to do it? Many of the major voices with the GOP, such as the two Bush presidents, Senator Marco Rubio, and others, are declining to attend. By the way, why is Ted Cruz attending? The reports I've been seeing, Team Trump is going to write his speech for him. Now, I don't understand why Ted Cruz is showing up at all. And others are declining to attend, though none are saying outright that they don't want to be part of the fiasco to come. But then they don't really have to. Actions speak louder than words. Rising star Senator Ben Sasse of Nebraska has given the most hilarious reason for not attending. However, when he said that he was taking his children to watch some dumpster fires that day. Some other dumpster fires, of course. We talk about the mistake by the lake. Trey Gowdy cites a family vacation, coincidentally, far from Cleveland. Of course, not be true of any family vacation. Who would want to go to Cleveland for your vacation? Jeez, the only reason my father and I used to go back to Ohio is because every summer is because that's where my grandmother lived. That wasn't really much of a vacation for him. Sponsors are also pulling out of the event. To date, Wells Fargo, Ford, and Apple are among those who have pulled their sponsorships. But then, what can we say? It's hard to get excited about a funeral. And a Trump nomination will spell the death of the Republican Party as well as our nation and the conservative movement as we have known it for the past 52 years. You proud of yourselves, Trumplicans? Well, what am I talking about? Of course you are. Mission accomplished, right?